Hello students, welcome again. Students, in today's video lecture, we want to understand fan fiction. Now fiction means novel or story. Okay, in literature, you are well versed with different forms of literature like poetry, drama, novel, short story. Okay, but in fiction, there are different genres, there are different forms of fiction like in my previous video I discussed science fiction. Okay, I also discussed historical fiction by Walter Scott. Then there is a fan fiction, there is a crime fiction. These are the different types of fiction in English literature. Okay, so fan fiction is what? Fan fiction is also known as fanfic in short. Okay, it is what? Like it is a story written not by any recognized authors. Okay, say for example Charles Dickens, Thomas Hardy, they are the recognized authors, novelists of English literature. Fan fictions are not written by such authorized or recognized authors. Instead of that, that fan fiction is written by the fans of these recognized authors. Okay, like say for example, if you are interested in Charles Dickens, you read his novels, you are so much influenced by his characters, his story, and then you write a story on Charles Dickens characters. You further develop his characters and you make a story of your own, and when you post it on internet, it is known as a fan fiction. So fan fiction is actually written not by the authors, it is actually written by the fans, by the readers of the recognized authors of literature. When we are so much impressed by some characters, then we start writing on those characters. We further develop the characters developed already by the authorized or recognized authors. So that literature becomes fan fiction. Okay, so in short, fan fiction is a story written by the fans, okay, on already existing work of art, existing story or fiction. Now what is the history of fan fiction? Remember, this phrase fan fiction actually was coined in 1940s. Okay, in English literature, though it became more popular after the widespread of internet after 1990s onwards. This fan fiction, this term became very popular 1990 onwards. Okay, but you can say that this is now the term is invented in the 20th century, but you can say this fan fiction was even existing in the olden times also, right? Like many religious people have written gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Okay, so what are these? These are nothing but a kind of fan fiction. In the same manner, the writers like William Shakespeare, who lived during the 16th century, they also based their drama, their plays on already existing legends or some great heroes. Even Dr. Faustus, which was written by Christopher Marlowe, was actually a copy, not a copy exactly, but you can say he borrowed the idea, he borrowed the character, Marlowe borrowed the character from the ancient history. So in a way you can say that was the beginning of fan fiction. But in the modern times, E.L. James first published online her 50 Shades of Grey. This is very popular. 50 Shades of Grey, which was published online by E.L. James, is a nice example of fan fiction, which was actually based on the original story of Twilight fantasy series before its formal publication in 2011. So that is called fan fiction in the modern times. So let me conclude by saying that fan fiction is a kind of literature which is especially short stories and novels, which are actually written by the fans, by the readers of some popular authors. Okay, it is not written by some authorized or highly skilled authors, and that's why there are some loopholes, there are some demerits as far as the character sketches are concerned, as far as art of plot construction is concerned. So some literary devices are not mostly used, are not mostly found in fan fiction stories. Okay, now there were different reactions against this new genre of fan fiction. Some original creators like Rowling of Harry Potter, they feel flattered by their offshoots. Okay, he welcomed this new genre which was written. He welcomed some stories which were written on his story of Harry Potter. But on the other hand, there are some writers like George Martin, okay, who is the author of the Game of Thrones. Okay, he was not happy when some fans started writing stories on his original story. So reactions are there, positive and negative, but fan fiction is a type of fiction which became very popular after the development of science, technology and internet. So here I end up my lecture. If you have any doubts or questions, do write to me in the comment section of this channel. Thank you for watching.